Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Account Study for 11. I hope you all are keeping well. So with that note, this video is going to be our last example that we are going through the second chapter, that is meaning and fundamentals of double entry bookkeeping system. This is the second chapter, last example. In this example, we are going to study the approaches that I have taught you in one of my videos. So on that basis, we are going to solve this last example about how to find out two aspects, two accounts, which account is debited, credited. This is going to be the last example. So without any further ado, we will immediately start our solving example. So here are these transactions of our last example that we are going to see today. So let's start. Prepare chart showing analysis of the following transactions in a tabular form. Now in a tabular form is that we have to put all these transactions into that two approaches, either traditional approach or modern approach. So this example I am going to solve in traditional approach because that is easy to understand but lengthy, but very easy to understand. Okay, so let's start. First, Mr. Rohit Shah started business with cash rupees 10,000. Second, purchased goods for cash rupees 1,500. Now goods, these are the products that is being purchased. So other name for products is goods. This is the commerce term, so you have to remember this term. We cannot use frequently the term product, so in commerce, goods is the term that is being used for multiple times. Okay. Third, deposited into Bank of Maharashtra rupees 1,000. Okay. Fourth, sold goods to Rakesh rupees 500. Fifth, paid rent of rupees 200. Sixth, received dividend of rupees 550. Now here dividend is that part of profit you earn when you have purchased shares of a particular company. That particular company will give you a portion of its profit earned in the form of dividend for your investment in their company. That is called as dividend. Okay. 7. Loan taken from SBI rupees 2,000. 8. Withdrew for office use rupees 2,000. Now carefully see this transaction. It is said that withdrew for office use. Now this transaction is for office purpose, not for personal purpose. If it would have been here for personal use, then drawing account would be affected over here, but it is being said here office use, so drawing account will be not reflected over here, so don't get confused. 9th, additional capital introduced rupees 5,000. Now in this existing capital that is being introduced by Rohit Shah, he again in the 9th transaction introduced additional capital of rupees 5,000, that is he has added into this. Okay, that is called as additional capital. 10th, received interest on investment rupees 1,500. Here I have already drawn the format of traditional approach. If you haven't seen my traditional approach and modern approach video, do check that video out so you will understand how this approach works. Okay, now we will begin the example. The first transaction, Mr. Rohit Shah started business with cash rupees 10,000. Okay, never forget to write the serial number which transactions you are solving. So we are now solving the first transaction. So we will write over here first. We will write down the transaction. What is the transaction about? Mr. Rohit Shah started business. Okay, with cash rupees 10,000. Okay, this is how you have to write down the transactions, which transaction you are solving. Now next, What are the two aspects in this transaction? First is we have introduced cash in the business, that is cash comes in business. The first aspect is cash comes in business. This is the first aspect of the transaction. Second aspect, now who has invested money into the business? Mr. Rohit Shah, that is the proprietor itself. He is the business owner, so we will write down proprietor is the giver of the capital. I am writing it in the short form. Proprietor is giver. These are the two aspects of the first transaction. Okay. Now, which two accounts are involved? First, in first aspect, cash account. We already know this. We have already studied this approach, so there is no doubt in this. And second is proprietor is giver. Now, what proprietor has given money into the business in the form of capital? He has introduced capital in the business, that is capital account is involved in this transaction. Capital account, second as account. Okay. Now, we have to classify these accounts in which these accounts are categorized. Now, cash account is our real account because it is our asset. We already know that all the assets are real account. So, cash account is a real account. Okay. Now, capital account. As proprietor has himself invested into the business in the form of capital, so it will be the personal account. From his own pocket he has invested into the business, that is called as personal. Okay. Now, rules. According to the real account, what are the rules? Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Now, here cash has came into the business, so we have to see which rule is applied in the form of debit or in the form of credit. Now, cash has came into the business, so we will write here debit what comes in. Rule of real account. Never forget that. Debit what comes in. Okay. This is the rule of real account. Debit rule I have applied over here. Okay. Don't forget that cash has came into the business. That is why this rule is applied. Now, personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now, proprietor is giver over here. He has introduced capital into the business. So, obviously, credit is the giver. Rule is being applied of personal account. Credit is the giver. Okay. Now, which account is to be debited and account to be credited? We will see which account is debited. Already we have seen cash account is debited over here. No doubt over here. Just see the first row. You will understand which account comes first. Immediately write over here. Cash account is debited. Okay. Debit what comes in. And who is the credit? Capital account. So we will write here capital account. Hope you understood this. Okay. Now this is how the first transaction is being solved according to traditional approach. Now next transaction. Purchased goods for cash rupees 1,500. Okay. Now we will again write over here second serial number. Purchased goods for cash rupees 1,500. Now for cash it means that goods are being purchased and payment is immediately made over there in the form of cash. It is not on credit basis nor it is on loan. It is the payment is made immediately as soon as the goods are purchased. Okay, this is how the transaction is about. Now two aspects. First aspect is purchased goods. Now this is our expense as amount of our business has gone out for purchasing goods. So purchase is an expense. I am writing here in the short form expense. Okay, but it is going to be our expense, but what has went out? Cash. So cash goes out because immediately payment is made over here. That is why the second aspect will be cash goes out. Now accounts involved. Obviously purchases account is involved in this, purchase account, and other is cash account as cash has gone out of the business. Now we have to classify this. Purchase is an expense. Now from this we can get an idea that this is going to be our expense. So the account for all the expenses and losses, gains and income, which account it is? So it is nominal account. Next, cash account. Now this account is related to real account as usual. So we will write here real account. Now rules applied according to this account. As nominal account, rule says debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and income. But here business has incurred expenses. So rule will be debit all expenses and losses according to nominal account. Don't get confused over here. The rule is being applied of nominal account and expenses rule is applied. That is debit all expenses and losses because business has incurred expense over here through purchases. Next, real account, cash goes out. Now cash has went out over here. So we will write down the rule of real account. Credit what? Goes out. Okay. Now account to be debited as usual, purchase account. And next is cash account is credited as cash has gone out. So this is how the second transaction works. Let's see the third. Deposited into Bank of Maharashtra rupees 1000. Now we will write here the third serial number transaction. Let's write the transaction deposited into, I will write down the short form over here, BOM, that is Bank of Maharashtra, rupees 1000. Now, who is the receiver of the cash? Bank of Maharashtra. The first aspect will be BOM is receiver of the cash. I am writing here in short form. BOM is receiver. And what we have deposited into Bank of Maharashtra? That is cash of rupees 1000. So what has went out of the business? Cash goes out. This is the second aspect. Now we have to see which accounts are involved. First account is BOM, that is Bank of Maharashtra account, and other is cash account. These two accounts are involved in this transaction. Now, classification of account. Now, it is a bank, Bank of Maharashtra. Bank of Maharashtra classifies the account of personal account. That is why we will write here personal account. And as usual, cash is real account. Okay. Why I have written over your personal account? Because Bank of Maharashtra is receiver of the cash that we have deposited into the bank. That is why it is related to personal account. Now rules of personal account, since BOM, that is Bank of Maharashtra, is receiver, so rule will be debit the receiver as it has received money from us, from the business. And real account, cash has went out of the business, so credit what goes out according to real account. Credit what goes out. Okay. Now we will see which account is debited. Bank of Maharashtra account is debited as it is the receiver of the cash, and cash account is credited as cash has gone out and is being deposited into the bank. Okay, this is how the third transaction also works. Let's see the fourth. Sold goods to Rakesh rupees 500. Now let's write over here, sold goods to Rakesh rupees 500. Okay, now carefully see this transaction. This is our profit. We have earned profit by selling goods of rupees 500 to Rakesh. Now we have to see which two aspects are affected over here. Now first will be sales account. Sale is an income, but to whom we have sold goods, that is important. We have sold goods to Rakesh. So who will be the receiver over here? Rakesh. So first aspect will be Rakesh is the receiver as goods are being sold to him. Rakesh is receiver. So I am writing here. And sales, as we have sold goods to him, sales is an income. Okay, this is our profit, this is our income. So second aspect is sale is an income. Now two accounts. First is Rakesh account as he has received the goods, and other is sales account as we have sold goods. Okay, now classification of account. For the Rakesh account, as we know, natural beings consists of personal account. So we will write here personal account. I have already explained you the classification of account. Do watch that video too, so that you will understand which accounts are under which personal account. Now this is personal account. And sales, this is our income as nominal account. Do you remember the golden rules? The third account, nominal account, it shows all expenses and losses and incomes and gain. Now in this transaction we have earned income, so nominal account will be reflected over here. Nominal account, as we have earned income. Now rule, personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now Rakesh has received goods, so the rule will be debit the receiver according to personal account. Debit the receiver. Nominal account, we have earned income, so debit all expenses and losses. No, debit will be not be reflected. Credit all incomes and gains. Yes, we will write here credit all incomes and gains, as we have earned profit by selling goods to Rakesh. Now we have to see account debited. The Rakesh account is debited as he has received the goods, and sales account is credited as we have earned income. Now fifth transaction, paid rent of rupees 200. We will write here fifth, paid rent of rupees 200. This is the transaction. Now two aspects. First aspect is rent is an expense, as we have to pay it. Rent is an expense, and what has went out? Cash has gone out because we have to pay rent. So cash goes out. This is the second aspect. Now two accounts involved in this aspect. First is rent account, because we are paying rent and we are paying it in the form of cash. So second account is cash account. Okay. Now rules, classification of account. Rent account, this is going to be our nominal account because this is our expense. We have already seen in the previous transactions. So nominal account, this is going to be our expense, nominal account. And cash, always real account. This is our asset that is going out for paying the rent. Now rules applied. Here it says rent is an expense, nominal account. Now rule says debit all expenses and losses. So we will write here debit all expenses and losses. We cannot effect credit rule over here because this is not our income, this is our expense. So I am writing debit all expenses and losses. Real account, what has went out? Cash. So real account says credit what goes out. We haven't received money, vice versa, it has gone out. Credit what goes out. Okay. Now account to be debited. As usual, rent account is debited because this is our loss, debit all expenses and losses. That is why rent account is debited, and cash has went out, so it is credited. Cash account. Sixth transaction, received dividend of rupees 550. Okay, we will write here sixth. I have already written sixth, received dividend of rupees 550. Now we have received that dividend in the form of cash. So here I have written cash comes in the business. I have written in the short form, so consider that. But what has been received? Dividend. So dividend is an income. As I already told you the meaning of dividend. Dividend is an income that is received. That is received. Okay. These two aspects are being found in this transaction. Now accounts involved. First account is cash account, as cash has came into the business. And second is dividend account. We have received that cash in the form of dividend. So second account is dividend account. Now accounts involved is done. After that, classification of account. Cash account, we already know it is a real account as it is our asset. And dividend account. Now carefully see, this is our nominal account because this is our income. So we will write here nominal account. By heart all the golden rules so that you will understand which account is debited and which account is credited according to their expenses and losses and incomes and gains. Now rules applied. Real account rule. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Here cash has came into the business, so we will write the rule debit what comes in. Okay. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Now here we have received income, so credit will be effected. Credit all incomes and gains. Okay. Now account to be debited, first is cash account as it has been received, and credited will be dividend account because we have been received dividend. This is our income, so credit will be the dividend. Now next transaction, loan taken from SBI rupees 2000. So let's write here first loan taken from SBI. I have written some new transactions so that you will understand it more deeply how these transactions are solved. Rupees 2000. This is the transaction. Now here just carefully see, we have taken loan from SBI. So who is the giver over here? SBI is the giver. So we will write here SBI has given loan, so SBI is the giver of the loan. Okay. Now loan, we always know we have to pay it after certain period that is being allotted to us, after 7 years or after how many years you have signed the agreement for, you have to pay it. So loan will be our liability, that is you have to pay that. So we will write here, second is loan is the liability, because this is to be paid after certain period. This is the second aspect that is being affected. Now SBI account will be the first account over here, SBI account, and loan account will be the second account, because we have taken loan from SBI. So second account will be loan account. Now we know bank classifies which rule? Personal rule. So SBI is a bank, so it is a personal account. So I'll write here personal account. Since loan is our liability, it is our personal liability, we have to pay it. So this is also going to be our personal account. After some time we have to pay that loan to the bank. So this is personal account. Loan is being taken by natural human beings. No other person can take loan. That is why this is related to personal account, loan account. And rule for it, personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the given. Since SBI has given the loan to us, so will be the giver. Since it is a giver, but loan we have to pay it after certain period that is being specified in the bank. So here debit the receiver, the amount which the bank has given you after specified limit, you have to pay that amount to the bank. So bank will be reflected debit the receiver. Again it is receiving its money back after certain period. So debit the receiver. Loan is the liability, as we have to pay it after some time. Here credit the giver. Personal account rule says this, credit the giver. Account debited, SBI account, and credited account is loan account. Okay, this is how this transaction works. Next, withdrew for office use rupees 2000. Here I will write 8. Withdrew for office use rupees 2000. Okay, now two aspects. We have withdrawn cash that is being used for office. So what has came into the office? Cash comes in. Okay, cash has been introduced in the business because it is being withdrawn for office use, that is cash comes in. And other is bank is the giver. We can withdraw money from bank, so bank will always be the giver. Bank is the giver. We have withdrawn money from bank, so bank is the giver. Accounts involved. First is cash account as usual, and other is bank account, because cash is being withdrawn from bank. Now rules, classification, sorry. Cash account is real account and bank account is personal account. Okay. Rule for real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Here cash has came into the business, so debit what comes in. Okay. And who is the giver? Bank is the giver. Rule, personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Since it has given, so here credit the giver. Okay. Account debited is cash account, and which account is credited? Bank account. This is how the transaction is written. 9th, additional capital introduced rupees 5000. We will write here additional capital introduced rupees 5,000. Now two aspects involved in this. Cash comes in, additional capital is being invested by the proprietor, so cash comes in. And who is the giver? Proprietor is the giver. So here proprietor is the giver. It can be anybody, but no name is written over here, so we will consider proprietor is the giver. Now two accounts. As cash came into the business, so first account is cash account. Proprietor has given additional capital, that is additional cash is being introduced, so in the form of capital account. Accounts classification: cash account is a real account and capital account is personal account. First transaction we saw, same it is. Rule for it: since cash came into the business, so debit what comes in. Rule of real account: debit what comes in. And capital personal account, credit is the giver. Cash is being given, so in the form of capitals, credit is the giver. Account to be debited, as usual cash account, and other is credited capital account. Okay. Last transaction: received interest on investment rupees 1,500. We will write here received interest on investment rupees 1,500. Now two aspects in this transaction is cash has came into the business, since your amount is being written, so cash comes in, and other is interest received is our income. So the cash we have received, it is in the form of interest, so interest received is an income. Okay. Now accounts involved: first is cash account and the other is interest received account. I will write here in the short form because I don't have space here. Account. Rules for cash account: real account. Now interest is received account, this is going to be our nominal account. Here we have earned income, so rule will also be according to nominal account. The rule for it: debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Here we have received income, so nominal account rule will be credit all incomes and gains. We already know what is the rule for real account: debit what comes in, since cash is being introduced in the business, what comes in, and here credit all incomes and gains. Okay. Account debited: cash account, and account credited: interest on investment account. This account will be credited. One point I would like to highlight over here: why capital is the giver? Because we have given money into the business, so it is the responsibility of the business to give that money back that has been invested by the proprietor. How can the company will return the money back? By making profit, by investing in some other company, so that we will receive interest. This is the rule of a company. company has to pay proprietors amount in the form of profit that is going to be earned in future. So that is it with our today's example. I hope you understood this example. If you still have any difficulty in solving this example, feel free to comment me your doubts. I will definitely solve that. And in my next video, we are going to start with our new chapter, that is the third chapter, and we will discuss some important theory part, then we will get to the practical problems. So stay tuned for that video too. If you did like this video, hit that like button, share with your friends, with your classmates, with your new classmates, whoever is in need of this video. Comment me your suggestions, any thing I want if you want me to explain you, I will definitely do that. And if you're new, subscribe to my channel, click that bell icon to get all the new notifications of my new videos. Till then, goodbye.